The tyranny of the unquiet mind and letting go of restlessness. A few days ago, I talked to you about the invitation of tranquility. If you haven't watched that video yet, you can do that now. Or wait after you finish with this one. Today, I want to highlight some points about the tyranny of an unquiet mind and how to let go of restlessness. You know, much of our suffering comes not from external circumstances, but from the mind's refusal to be still. Even when life is relatively stable, we often find ourselves inventing new anxieties, worrying about tomorrow, regretting yesterday, or comparing ourselves to others. This restless cycle creates a storm of thought that never allows peace to settle. Because of that cycle, we confuse activity with progress. We run faster, do more, fill every moment with distraction, and yet we feel emptier than before. The truth is that tranquility emerges not in motion, but in stillness. Restlessness promises fulfillment, but rarely delivers. Peace is found when we stop chasing and allow ourselves to simply be. Before we go further, do me a huge favor and hit the like button and ensure that you subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. I notice that you are consuming the contents, and I am glad it is helpful to you. Please leave a comment to help with the work we are doing with this channel for you. Okay, one of the deepest insights here is that tranquility comes through surrender. This does not mean weakness or passivity, but rather a conscious release of the things we cannot control. Much of our restlessness is born from clinging to desires, outcomes, identities, or even the image we wish others to see. Surrender is described as a kind of inner exhale, a willingness to place burdens down, if only for a moment, and trust that life can carry itself. When we stop fighting reality, we discover a profound sense of ease. The trees do not struggle to grow. Rivers do not resist their course. In aligning with this natural flow, the mind begins to rest. What about detachment versus indifference? You see, letting go does not mean becoming indifferent or careless. True tranquility is not cold detachment, but warm presence. We can still care deeply, love passionately, and engage fully in life without clinging or grasping. Detachment in this sense is freedom. The freedom to love without fear of loss, to act without obsession over results, and to move through life with openness. When we practice this kind of letting go, restlessness gives way to serenity because nothing has the power to disturb our core. Some of you watching and reading this are carrying so much emotional weight that it drains you of your purpose. It is very important to pay attention and notice how much we carry unnecessarily. Grudges, regrets, jealousies, obligations that no longer serve us. These burdens are invisible, but they exhaust the spirit. You must ask yourself often, what am I carrying that I could release? Sometimes it may be as simple as forgiving someone who hurt us. Other times, it may mean releasing a goal that no longer aligns with who we are. Every release creates space for peace to enter. With that said, how can we cultivate inner rest? Well, to counter restlessness, here are some gentle practices I believe you should follow. Pausing between tasks. Instead of rushing endlessly, we can insert small pauses throughout the day. These pauses act like windows of rest that refresh the spirit. Breathing as anchor. By returning to the rhythm of breath, we step out of the storm of thoughts and into the present moment. Choosing fewer battles. Much of restlessness comes from fighting everything: traffic, delays, other people's opinions. By choosing which battles are worth our energy, we protect our tranquility. Letting go at day's end. Each evening, we can imagine placing down the backpack of worries and resting in the truth that tomorrow will bring its own unfolding. Wait, we're not done yet. How about some practical reflections too for you to meditate on? Before I close this one, restlessness is a habit of mind, but so is tranquility. With awareness, we can retrain the mind to release rather than cling. Letting go often feels uncomfortable at first because the ego fears losing control. Yet it is in this release that we find the deepest freedom. Stillness is not laziness. It is a profound activity of the spirit, a healing balance to life's constant demands. Ultimately, this message today teaches us that the path to tranquility runs through the practice of letting go. We cannot control every wave, but we can learn to float upon the sea. We cannot silence the world, but we can quiet our own restlessness and not cling to it. When we release what is unnecessary, we create space for peace to enter. Letting go is not loss. It is liberation. It is your liberation. Do me a favor. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, give the video a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell to get update on new upcoming videos. I would also really appreciate it if you could share this message with someone you know who needs to hear it. I value you and see you in the next one.